All right, here's a video for the SHENGMILO MX03. This is similar to the MX02 e-bike that SHENGMILO sells, but I like this one a little bit better, the MX03, because it has the sleeker battery with it, and it's just got the dual shocks, which I'm a big fan of, and we can kind of go over some of that in a minute here. But if you're looking for an e-bike and that's a powerful e-bike that's in a low price range, I would highly recommend this one. I actually had a local brand, and they're a bit more expensive, and I felt like this was the best bang for the buck. At the time, I bought this one for about $1,300-1,400 bucks, and for what you're getting, this is super awesome deal. This is a 750 watt e-bike, so gives you plenty of power to go up hills. And I even do we got mountains here in Utah, and I'll be riding up some of the mountainous trails and stuff. And so anyway, I think it's awesome to have a 750 watt e-bike. And so the good thing about this e-bike is that a lot of these other cheaper brands don't have is on this e-bike, then you have the hydraulic disc brakes, which is always an upgrade, nice to have. And so with an e-bike this powerful, you don't want to go without the hydraulic disc brakes. And so and then it's got the dual suspension, as I mentioned, which is really nice if you're doing downhill. The cool thing about these shocks here is that you can go on Amazon or whatever, and you can get a shock that locks, and they're not too expensive. I want to say they're like $50, but it's still a decent shock. But you can lock it so that you can essentially have a hardtail bike. Or you can switch it and then do, the dual suspension there. So, in my mind, it's a win-win. Of course, you can also lock the front just by default, the front suspension. If you don't want to deal with that, just hit the button there, lock it, and hit it back. So, I put 61 miles on this thing so far, and a lot of that's been dirt trail riding and just around the neighborhood and stuff. And so hasn't just been highway miles, but it's got the little horn here, and of course you got your light here in the front. That is a pretty bright light. And so it's got a key for the battery here. You just simply twist it and pull the battery off. The battery is a 17.5 milliamp battery. It's a 48 volt, and so it's a big battery. It's gonna last you a while. Just a simple little charging dock here. Plug it in. Maybe charge it for 5 or 6 hours if you're empty. And then you'll be good to go. So I like how a lot of bikes, there's a lot of bikes that don't have the mud guards, and like I said, I do enough trail riding and riding in the rain and the weather that having these are really nice. It comes with these with it. And so to be honest, like some of the the little things feel a little bit on the cheaper-ish side. Not even like so cheap, just not like, you could tell they're not like premium quality premium quality parts, but you can easily upgrade them if they go out, and you're not going to spend very much to upgrade those. And so I think it's worth the savings, for sure, because I've used this particular gear shifter for several bikes, and this is the one it came with, and I've been pretty happy with it overall. And so let's go take it for a little spin, and I'll show you kind of how fast it goes. One thing I love about this bike is it's just got a throttle there, and you can just be in throttle mode only. And I'm about 200 pounds, and I can just ride around throttle all day, of course, and it's like almost like riding a motorcycle. And it's not dangerous or scary in that regards, but you just throttle it and you'll be good to go. So we'll kind of try that out in just a sec. Okay, I'm gonna go a quick overrun here of the bike. I'm gonna show you how much power it has and how to use it basically. But basically, hit the power button on, and then you got your up and down button here, which you can adjust the pedal assist. And so, this thing's pedal assist has got a max of 5. And then for this first test, I'm just gonna do throttle only. Like I said, and I'm about 200 pounds, and so you can see that. Here we go. Just see how long it takes here to get up to decent speed. And I'm already going 20 miles an hour, and it's kind of going uphill here. And so it is super, super sweet. 21 miles an hour, throttle only, not pedaling a single bit. And I just love having the good power on this thing. And so, and you can imagine just pedaling, of course, just a little bit just goes a long way too. And the battery on these things lasts for quite a while. So I'm going uphill here, and I'm still just doing the throttle only right now. And this is going up a pretty steep hill in my neighborhood. Decently, I'm going 15 max, just throttle only. And so it's a pretty sweet bike. Yeah, the cool thing is it shows you how many miles you went on the trip there, how many voltage is going to your battery, and as you pull the throttle, the voltage changes a little bit, but not really much. Then you've got your current, how much current is going to your battery, and how long I've currently had the bike on for, and then how many miles that I've gone. So it's the other cool thing about this is you can just hit the battery right here, and it'll just light up and show you how full the battery is just by tapping that. So overall, highly recommend it. You don't have to pay tons of money for these $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 bikes, when on this bike you literally basically get all the same features as these high-end bikes, and you pay way less money for it. Maybe there's a few things like some of the plastics and stuff that are a little bit higher quality on the bikes, but on the higher end bikes, but you're paying way more, and you can always just upgrade these things. And that's just the thing, is this frame is an aluminum frame, so it's fairly lightweight for the frame. And so other than that, you can upgrade anything else if you need to over time. And so this whole bike weighs this whole bike weighs 60 pounds, so it's not too bad. I can lift it in the back of my truck, and just, I take it places all the time. Load in the back of a vehicle, and so it's not too heavy to lift up. So 60 pounds isn't too bad, and just highly recommend this bike.